morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, December the 20th. We're coming close to the end of the year. Alex LaBrunerie from LaBrunerie Financial is with us. Good to have you here, Alex.
Thanks.
And this is the time of the year when people start thinking, besides the holidays, they start thinking about financial planning for the end of the year,
Financial planning,
right?
yes.
And so what do we need to think about right now?
Well, Paul, going into 2020, there is the IRS is allowing for increases in workplace and IRA contribution levels again. So if people are saving in their retirement accounts, either through work or on their own through an IRA, it might be good to check your limits again because you might be able to do a little bit more savings. And of course, if you are not currently saving at the maximum, maybe it's a good time to start thinking about increasing.
So the maximum is going up in 2020 to what?
To over $7,000 for IRAs at certain ages, including catch-ups. And then not everyone's eligible for an IRA, though.
Right.
And but also, Paul, people they shouldn't, if they can't do the maximum, they should think about at least starting small and maybe even as much as $25, $50 a month
over the
for
years,
the younger people. And
that adds up.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned ketchup. What is ketchup?
Ketchup is, besides with what you put on your hamburger or French fries.
Right. I like that, Alex.
Is the amount, if you're over 55 years of age, the IRS lets you do certain amounts of additional savings on a tax sheltered or Roth IRA.
Okay.
It's not formalized yet what 2020 is, so it's important to check the numbers at the end of the calendar year, although we're almost there.
Okay.
But age has some benefits, so one of those is the ability to use the catch-up provisions for contributions.
I know you wanted to talk about Apple and Microsoft, but a couple other questions I wanted to ask you about the IRAs. Now, there's the two different types of IRAs. There's a traditional IRA where you put your money in, you save immediately on your taxes because whatever you put in is not taxable at the time. But then when you take it out, you pay taxes on it. Then there's the Roth IRA, which you put in after taxes. You don't receive a tax benefit on it at this point.
Correct.
But you don't pay taxes on the Roth money that you've made, correct?
That's right. So the income in future years, many years down the road, is tax-free. And
which is better?
Well, you need time to benefit. Each person's situation is a little different, obviously. The younger people with more time to retirement and less need for a immediate tax break, which the traditional IRA gives a person, may like the Roth tax-free income, when they're 20 or 30 years older and trying to create retirement income.
Because then anything you take from that Roth IRA, the principal or the interest is tax-free at that point.
That's correct.
So whatever interest you've made on it, you're not going to have to pay any tax.
That's right. However, if someone is in a higher income bracket or closer to retirement, they may need the tax shelter benefit of the IRA, the traditional IRA, because that lets you realize a tax break in any given calendar year most of the time.
With the traditional IRA, then, when you reach 70 and a half, you must start taking your minimum distribution requirements, right?
Yes, and a few weeks ago we talked about those required minimum distributions,
right?
And now the qualified charitable donations, the QCDs for gifting if you don't need the retirement income at the current year.
With a Roth IRA, do you have to take minimum distributions or not?
No, you don't.
So that Roth IRA can just stay in there. If you don't need it, it can stay in there and keep earning interest.
That's right.
Okay. So it's a decision that you have to make yourself along with your accountant.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Now, you wanted to mention...
we'll see. We could be... It's too early to tell. The year's not over, but it's been a very, very strong year for the stock markets in the U.S. And two of the leaders of the strong bull market this year have been Microsoft and Apple computers. So those interested in ancient history of the two founders, Bill Gates and the late Steve Jobs, were sometimes seen as arch rivals in Silicon Valley throughout the last 30 or 40 years. But both of their companies that they started, along with others, have reached the $1 trillion mark as far as market value.
Isn't that amazing?
Apple and Microsoft.
Now, Steve Jobs, he was a college kid who had this idea.
In a garage.
And
Bill Gates was in college, too. I think he left college to start his company.
And now the companies are worth over $1 trillion.
Yeah. And
that's hard. That's hard to get your mind wrapped around it.
Yeah, each is worth over,
each is worth over $1 trillion.
Yeah, approximately, yeah.
From the 80s.
Yeah.
So what is that? That's about 30 years or so.
Yeah.
Would you ever imagine that?
I don't think they probably imagined it would be that big. Maybe in their wildest dreams they did.
Yeah.
But
okay, well, that's interesting. And we've got about a minute and a half left here. Any words of advice?
I think with at the end of the year and going into the holiday season, I think it's good to wish everyone in our community a happy New Year and their families.
Yeah. And
count our blessings. And
we have many blessings to count.
Yes.
Sometimes we're so busy griping and complaining about things we don't realize how blessed and fortunate we are. But if you make a list, I did that one time. You make a list of all the good things in your life and the bad things in your life. Most of the time, the good things are going to outweigh the bad.
That's right.
All right. If people want more information, Alex, for any last year planning, they can give you a call.
Please.
Yeah.
Anytime.
And your number?
573-449-5313.
Okay. In the 30 seconds we have left, what is the biggest mistake that we make as far as our money?
I think not having the confidence to save each month.
Not having and not starting early enough.
And not starting early enough.
You're never too young to start saving.
That's right.
If you start
or too old.
Are too old. I guess. Yeah. Are too old. A penny saved is a penny earned.
That's right.
Who said that? Benjamin Franklin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Give them a call over at LaBrunerie Financial. Thank you, Alex, so much for coming by. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you.
Merry Christmas.
Okay. But out of time. Bye-bye.